fades. Speed dulls. Reflexes betray even the most gifted athletes eventually. But ring intelligence, once fully developed, becomes a weapon that ages gracefully. Watching Inoue in these later bouts, it was clear he wasn't relying on raw physical gifts alone anymore. He was seeing patterns faster than his opponents could create them. Opponents felt it too. You could see it in their body language after the first few rounds. The initial confidence would soften. The aggressive forward movement would hesitate just slightly. Feints would stop drawing reactions. It's a terrifying realization for a fighter when they understand they aren't losing because they're being overwhelmed, but because they're being understood. This is where the mythology around Inoue truly began to crystallize. He wasn't just beating fighters. He was exposing the limits of their identities. Brawlers couldn't outfight him. Technicians couldn't outthink him. Counterpunchers couldn't bait him. Everyone came in with a version of themselves they believed was enough, and everyone left knowing it wasn't. As a result, the division around him began to feel hollow. Rankings existed on paper, but in reality, there was a visible drop-off between Inoue and everyone else. The question wasn't who deserved a shot. It was who could survive one with their reputation intact. That's why the conversation inevitably drifted upward and outward. When a fighter cleans out a division the way Inoue had, the sport looks for danger elsewhere. Legacy demands friction. Greatness needs resistance. And suddenly, all roads pointed toward one name: Jun Nakatani. Unlike most challengers, Nakatani didn't feel like a detour. He felt like a destination. Another Japanese fighter. Another multi-division champion. Another southpaw with size, reach, and composure. The kind of opponent who didn't rely on theatrics or chaos, but on structure and patience. Where others tried to intimidate Inoue, Nakatani simply observed him. That distinction mattered. Nakatani wasn't watching from ringside as a fan or a hopeful contender. He was studying, measuring, calculating. He had already vacated titles at bantamweight, already made the decision to move up, already committed to the idea that his path and Inoue's were destined to intersect. There was no urgency in his demeanor, no attempt to rush the moment. He understood what the moment would require. For the first time in years, the boxing world wasn't